Guy reporting not quite so live from the Unverified Nation. Now, that being said, this morning, of course, it's another somber day for Joe Wayne. Of course, speaking about myself in the third person again. But it's not a real good day for myself, again, because of the constant attacks and discrimination. That's right, discrimination of Google and YouTube and of all of big tech. You see, folks, for the third time, I have been rejected. Rejected, discriminated against without cause. I have become unemployable to Google and YouTube and to basically anybody in the cyber world. I can't do the only job that I can do. Well, actually, I can still do it, but if they refuse to pay you for your work, then are you actually employed? I don't think so. So I got a letter yesterday, surprisingly fast. As soon as I applied for monetization, about an hour later, I got another ambiguous, generic YouTube video. And the only way that you would really know it was addressed to me, because it's so generic, is my channel name is at the top. Hi, the AntiCoIntelpro show. Thank you for applying for the YouTube part. You know, and that just pisses me off. Whenever they say thank you, what they really mean is fuck you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in their own language. Fuck you very much for applying to the partner program. To evaluate your application, our team of carefully trained, unhinged, emotionally outraged monkeys carefully reviewed your channel. The AntiCoIntelpro show, unfortunately, we found that your application does not meet our YouTube partner program policies. Now, you have to remember, I've hit all the metrics, folks. Again, all of the little hoops on fires they wanted me to jump through, I jumped through those hoops once again. So, of course, they go to the generic policies, not rules, not regulations, but this term, right? That is a nebulous term, policies. And it's kind of like the term that the government uses when they want to kill somebody and they know it's illegal. They say, yeah, this memo gives us the right to kill this person or to do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it because of this memo. So that's the same thing as YouTube saying our policies. Means nothing. Has not one thing to do with jurisprudence or the law. Not at all. So, of course, scratching my head because they tell me to go to the monetization page to read more. Now, when you go to the monetization page, folks, what do you see? Of course, account status currently ineligible. And why was it ineligible? Well, here's why your channel was not approved or wasn't approved for monetization. You'll see in big blue letters, copyright and fair use. Oh, really? Well, you know, I've deleted over 4,000 videos. Of course, I can't be totally sure which videos you're talking about because YouTube will never tell me the videos to delete. Right? So I've deleted over 4,000 videos. I play by the rules. And how do I know I'm playing by the rules? How do I know I don't have any copyright or fair use issues? Number one, I haven't received any emails for months and months and months about that. Number two, if you'll take a look, if you'll take a little trip with me over to the my YouTube channel page, the community channel settings, and you'll see, folks, no copyright strikes, no guideline strikes, no community guidelines, no copyright, no strikes of any kind. So what I'm going to be doing, folks, on Monday, here's what I'm going to be doing, along with other things. I'm going to be filing a lawsuit because, wait for it, you guys know, if you're long-time listeners of this transmission, you'll know. If you paid attention to the show for years, because I've been doing this on this channel for 5 years, working my fingers to the bone on this channel, losing sleep for 5 years on this channel, then you'll know I'm disabled. That's why this is the only job that I can do. And I've gotten fairly decent at doing it, at communicating my ideas to my audience, to my peeps, right? To my ACP 313 family members, and to all of you who, drop by to see what's going on, peek inside the window. Yep. I am disabled. I was disabled with failed back syndrome after my second major back surgery. Then, of course, I found out that I had MD after I couldn't stop the, I still had staples in my back, and I got these agonizing, severely painful spasms that would not release, and I still had staples all up and down my back from the last back surgery. This is in 2009, late 2008, early 2009. So I got these debilitating, severely painful, agonizing spasms that would not release. Thought I was going to have to go to the hospital, but I suffered through it. Long story short, went to this doctor, went to that doctor, trying to find out, went to the doctor who did my surgery, my last surgery, trying to find out what was going on. Long story short, had muscle biopsies, had numerous neurologic testing, right? Neurological diagnostic testing. And again, a muscle biopsy is what finally put a spotlight on why I was getting the spasms. Of course, they found out then what I have been dealing with ever since, that I have muscular dystrophy. So I'm disabled with 2 major disabilities. Legal disabilities, YouTube. You need to listen to these. I am legally disabled. So whenever you guys are refusing to tell me why you won't employ me, and refusing to tell me why you won't, because you have to give me a chance, guys. You have to give me a chance to rectify the situation. And if you don't tell me what the problem is, I never have that chance. So you're discriminating against me in so many ways. Number one, this is the only job that I can do. They told me that I could do it until I said something they didn't agree with. Then they discriminated against me. They harassed me. They attacked me. And they never told me what I could do to rectify the situation. What you're looking at now, folks, is the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or the EEOC, and their page on the American with Disabilities Act and the 20th anniversary of that act. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, became law. This landmark civil rights law prohibits discrimination on the basis of disability in employment and other areas, such as access to public places, Since then, the AD has helped people with disabilities fulfill American vision of equal opportunity for all. One way the ADA achieves equality in employment for people with disabilities is by requiring employers to offer reasonable accommodations. So if you're telling me you're not going to hire me, but you refuse to tell me why, well, I don't think that's very reasonable. When necessary for them to perform the essential functions of the job. Again, if you demonetize me but refuse to tell me what the problem videos are, or the problem language as you see it, then I never have the ability to perform the essential functions of my job, because you've made it impossible, because you won't tell me the essential functions of my job by telling me what I'm doing wrong. Can't just use a nebulous term, a generic term, and expect that to be reasonable. These can be as simple as a ramp to enter a building, a computer program to convert written words into speech, or a quick work break to monitor blood sugar or take medicine. Of course, the usual anti-discrimination provisions: no harassment on the basis of disability. And that's exactly what they're doing, folks. YouTube is discriminating against me. They're harassing me based on my disability, based on the fact that I don't have an income. I can't hire an attorney, and they know this. They know this. How do they know this? Of course, because they embed all sorts of little spy bots into all of our computers, so they know exactly what we're saying, what we're typing in real time. This is just a fact. Wake up and smell the coffee, folks. Not a conspiracy. It's a fact. The EEOC takes a multi-pronged approach to combating employment discrimination because of disability, including educating the public, disabled people, other employees, and employers alike about the law's provisions in meetings, publications, and on its website, investigating charges of disability discrimination, mediating to resolve complaints informally, and litigating cases in federal court. The majority of disability discrimination charges are resolved at the administrative level and never get to federal court. Because that's what I want, folks. I want this to go to federal court. I have so much documentation of the harassment of myself and my channel, of the all-out attacks and the discrimination of myself and my channel because of my opinions. I mean, number one, that's another lawsuit rooted in the 1964 Civil Rights Act that says you cannot discriminate against anybody based on their race, their ethnicity, of course, their political opinions, their religion. There's a litany of things you cannot discriminate on. Their sex. You can't discriminate against me based on my opinion and my worldview, and I have so much to prove that that's exactly what they have done. So I want to take this to federal court. I don't want to just be given a chance to be employed again. I want to be employed. I want to get back all of the money you have taken from me, all of the work, all of the views, all of the years of my life you just stole. 5 years of my life, folks. 5 years of my life. And, I thought I was doing pretty good when I found the nascent iodine. I've had a major relapse because of the attacks. I've had a major relapse, folks. My muscular dystrophy has no, let's say the symptoms, the degeneration of my muscles and my nerves has exponentially increased since I was demonetized in August without cause again. Because again, they didn't tell me what I did wrong. Again, another nebulous letter that gives YouTube no cover at all. And if they don't think that I have the ability to answer their attacks legally, well, they're dead wrong. I don't know everything, folks, but I do know what I know. And I'm really sure of what I know. And I know they have discriminated against me. They have violated the 1964 Civil Rights Act. They have violated the Americans with Disabilities Act. They're going to be called to account if I have anything to say about it. 5 years of my life, all the lost sleep, and now the exponential degeneration of my disease based on the stress that I have been dealing with, because you folks know that's the worst enemy to your body is stress, and you know what it does to you. Well, it is exponentially again worse on me because I have an immunity issue because of my muscular dystrophy. My immunity is compromised. My body is attacking itself, folks, and has been for years now. And whenever I'm stressed out, whenever I'm attacked, it gets much, much worse. So I can't sleep anymore. I lay down and I get spasms, the most excruciating spasms in my groin area, in my hamstrings. I mean, I have to walk with a cane everywhere now. But I get these excruciating spasms, man, in every muscle in my body. If I turn one way a millimeter too much, then I'm going to get a spasm in whatever muscle is being overstressed. So thanks a lot for that, YouTube and Google. You guys are pure evil. You're going to be called to account. You know, it must be really nice for you guys to be healthy, right? And to laugh at somebody with disabilities as you're attacking them. I'm sure you get a real thrill out of it. But I am not getting a thrill. No, I'm getting killed slowly every single solitary day by Google and YouTube. Now, folks, the only hope that I have, and here's another thing that I'm going to ask for the family members. I'm going to ask you, hell, I'm going to beg you guys. I need your help on this. You know, I was on my way before I was demonetized. I was saving my money to go to Mexico to get stem cell replacement therapy, right? Because that's the only thing that the doctors have pointed to as a viable option that has been proven to work in not only MS, but also MD patients. Anybody with neurological issues, this has been proven to work, but for some reason we won't do it here in the U.S. So I have to go to Mexico. The company, Celltex Therapeutics, the company that was going to be doing the stem cell therapy, the replacement of my stem cells with good stem cells. They're called Celltex Therapeutics, and they basically gave me a price of around $23,000, and this would allow me to travel to Mexico because I am disabled, folks. And here's the kicker. You know, last month, well, actually, in September, my bank account was frozen. A month after, wait for it, a month after YouTube demonetized me, my bank account was frozen. Now, basically what happened? I've made the video about it, and I'll link the video to this video as well. My bank account was frozen, and the Attorney General's office here in Texas garnished my entire Social Security check. Folks, if you know anything about Social Security laws, you know that's illegal. Again, I don't have the money to get an attorney to fight it, and my bank account has been frozen. So I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place. But if you watch that video, I show you guys all the evidence. Hell, I show you in the divorce papers, right, that they're using to garnish my wages. I show you guys where all of the, and like I said, I'll link that video again to the to this video in the description bar. But I showed you guys in that video, all the child support was paid. All the arrears were paid in 2009. Everything was paid. The child support order was canceled. It was terminated by the state of Texas. So here in 2017, all of a sudden they freeze my bank account and they tell me it's for child support. Well, not really child support. They say it was for medical support. Again, an egregious, erroneous lie that they used with the Attorney General's office, basically, in my opinion, is that the Rothschild banking cartel. They don't like when I say the word Zionist, and the historical education that I give the people of YouTube and my family members. They can't stand it. So if you know anything about the BDS laws or the boycott diversity law, right? It basically says that, and this is the Attorney General of Texas signed this law, basically says Texas will not do any business with any company that has ever boycotted any product from Israel. Do you hear me, folks? Do you hear me? Not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a conspiracy analyst, and I have the documentation to prove it. So, big tech, Google and YouTube, has colluded with big banking and the Attorney General of Texas to freeze my bank accounts after they demonetize me and refuse to employ me or even give me a reason why. So here's what I'm going to do, folks. What you're looking at now is the GoFundMe page. I am forced to, if I am ever to, because at this point, I'm going to have to go and do a physical job that I can't do right now. I have to work. I can't pay my bills, folks. They froze my bank account. They demonetized me. You think it's just Alex Jones they're going after because he's a big name? No. You think it's just Sargon of Akkad? No. You think it's just Gavin McInnes? No. They're going after me as well because I provide the documentation in all of my videos to support what I am telling you guys, and that's what they can't stand. They can't stand my ability to communicate my ideas or the documentation that I provide to support what I'm telling you guys. Because I believe in trust but verify, as should you. So on this GoFundMe page, of course, that's not me that you're looking at, folks. That's a picture of an Air Force cadet that in 2012 that donated stem cells. Of course, I'm not going to be up there because I haven't received the stem cells. Whenever I'm in Mexico getting the stem cell surgery or the however they do it, right? The therapy. Whenever I get the stem cell therapy, then I'll have a ginormous picture of me getting the therapy with a big smile on my face and a warm glow around me because I have so much love for the ACP through and through family. And I do, you guys. I really do, man. You're the only reason I'm still here. The only reason. So I'm going to link this GoFundMe page URL. And I'm going to ask you guys, anybody in the sound of my voice, would you please link this to your Facebook pages, Could you please ask people to help me? I mean, I need your help. I can't help myself right now. I mean, if it's communicating an idea, if it's making a video, I'm all in. But in this web of attacks, this convoluted web of attacks from the censorship cartel. Thank you, the amazing Polly. I love this girl. Have you guys ever watched the amazing Polly? I'm going to link her channel as well in the description bar. I love this girl. She's another one. Yeah, she's another one that sees, right? Remember the They Live movie where, yeah, she sees and she can communicate what she sees. She's a great communicator. So she's the one that I'm borrowing that term from, the censorship cartel, because it fits. So the censorship cartel has been attacking me. They made it impossible for me to make any money online at all, folks. No affiliate marketing wants to work with me. No advertising company wants to advertise on my website. Nobody. This channel and all the emails associated with all of the websites and all of the channels, they're verboten. And here's how they do it. Google and YouTube, they go and threaten all of the little guys. They threaten them if they work with us, the untouchables, right? If they work with us, then YouTube and Google threatens them to end their existence. And that's probably why Patreon demonetized, terminated Sargon of Akkad's Patreon channel. I mean, that's why they always do it. That's why they always comply. Because they don't want to have to go through what I'm going through. They don't want to have to go through what Alex Jones is going through. No matter what you think about Alex, he is being censored and attacked just like I. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and say thank you, folks. Thank you for linking this GoFundMe to your Facebook pages. You guys know I don't Facebook very much because, of course, I'm under attack from Facebook as well. I mean, and they keep sending me these messages. And Twitter, I deleted my Twitter account. I'm about to delete my Facebook account, folks. But my Twitter account, I deleted it, and they still keep sending me these messages. Hey, Joe, Wayne, we miss you. Well, I don't miss you, Twitter. Not one single bit. Good riddance. Good riddance to all. And folks, they're going to destroy themselves in the process of destroying all of us conservatives. And they're not going to destroy us. They're not going to destroy us. I'm going to be speaking truth as long as I have air to breathe and a way to get my message out, whether I'm paid for it or not. But for now, I need your help. So please spread this GoFundMe link around. And please give them hell at Google and YouTube for what they have done to me. They won't listen to me. I can't communicate. Even though I hit every single solitary metric they want me to hit, they keep moving the target, don't they? And they're laughing as they're kicking Joe Wayne while I am down. Well, I hope I have the last laugh, and I think I will, but only with your help will I. So let's kick Big Tech square in the nuts, guys. Let's give them the old what for. And with that being said, this is Joe Wayne with all of the aforementioned. Good day and good luck. And thank you all in advance.